Strait of Hormuz, September 2022, 21 nautical miles from Iranian territorial waters. USS Bainbridge, Arleigh Burke-class destroyer, on patrol as part of 5th Fleet's maritime security operations. Mission: monitor commercial traffic, ensure freedom of navigation, enforce international sanctions. At 4:30 hours, Watch Officer receives alert from CENTCOM intelligence. Satellite imagery detected large tanker vessel transiting Gulf of Oman with disabled AIS transponder. Automatic identification system is mandatory for vessels over 300 gross tons. International maritime law: disabling AIS is violation unless in distress or under threat of piracy. This tanker shows neither condition. Satellite tracking places the vessel 47 nautical miles north of Bainbridge's current position. Course: 285 degrees. Speed: 14 knots. Destination: unclear, but trajectory suggests Iranian port of Bandar Abbas. Vessel profile matches Suezmax class tanker. Capacity: approximately 1 million barrels of crude oil. If loaded, current market value $95 million. Intelligence assessment: probable sanctions violation. Iranian oil export under false flag registration. Since 2018, Iran has operated shadow fleet of tankers designed to evade sanctions. Method: frequent flag changes, AIS manipulation, ship-to-ship transfers in international waters, falsified cargo documentation. Standard procedure: tanker loads crude at Iranian port, disables AIS, transits to international waters, conducts ship-to-ship transfer with another tanker flying neutral flag. That tanker delivers oil to buyers who claim origin is non-Iranian. This vessel fits the pattern, but proving it requires evidence. Bainbridge's captain has strict ROE limitations. Cannot board vessel in international waters without consent. Cannot fire upon vessel unless directly threatened. Cannot enter Iranian territorial waters without Pentagon authorization. But can observe, can document, can shadow. Captain orders intercept course. Bainbridge turns northwest, increases speed to 28 knots. Time to visual contact, 97 minutes. Intelligence officer briefs the captain. This tanker's last confirmed AIS position was 11 days ago, 480 nautical miles east near Pakistani waters. Since then, dark, no transponder, no communication, ghost ship. Satellite thermal imaging shows the tanker riding low in water, heavily loaded. That confirms crude oil cargo. Empty tanker rides higher. At 16:12 hours, Bainbridge achieves visual contact. Range 8.2 nautical miles. Sea state calm. Visibility excellent. Dawn light provides clear sight lines. Tanker is indeed Suezmax class. Flag unidentifiable at this range, possibly deliberately obscured. No visible name on hull, which violates maritime convention. Crew visible on deck, but minimal activity. Captain orders closer approach. Bainbridge closes to 4 nautical miles, matching tanker's course and speed. Then the tanker changes course. 10 degrees to port. Heading now 275, direct line toward Iranian territorial boundary. Bainbridge's navigator calculates intercept timeline. At current speeds, tanker enters Iranian waters in 5 hours 43 minutes. Once across that line, Bainbridge cannot follow. 5th Fleet rules prohibit uninvited entry into Iranian territory except in hot pursuit of confirmed threat, which this situation doesn't qualify for. Captain faces time-limited intelligence operation, needs photographic evidence, radar tracking data, communication intercepts if possible, needs enough documentation to confirm sanctions violation before tanker reaches safety of Iranian waters. CENTCOM sends updated guidance. State Department wants evidence package for diplomatic pressure. Pentagon wants Iranian oil smuggling routes mapped. 5th Fleet wants to know if this tanker is part of larger pattern. All of which requires Bainbridge to maintain close observation for next 5 hours without triggering Iranian military response. At 7:30 hours, Iranian patrol boats appear on radar. 2 Hendajan-class coastal patrol craft, 14 nautical miles southeast of tanker's position. Speed, 32 knots. Course, intercept. Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps Navy, known for aggressive maneuvers near U.S. warships, known for testing boundaries, probing response patterns. Bainbridge's captain alerts crew, general quarters, weapons systems manned, failing CIWS on standby. This situation could escalate quickly. Iranian patrol boats close to 6 nautical miles from Bainbridge. They position themselves between the destroyer and the tanker. Message is clear: stop shadowing our vessel. But Bainbridge is in international waters. Freedom of navigation is legal right. Captain maintains course and speed, does not deviate, does not acknowledge Iranian presence except via standard maritime radio call, identifying Bainbridge's position and peaceful intent. Iranian patrol boats respond by conducting high-speed crossing maneuvers 800 yards ahead of Bainbridge's bow. Dangerous, provocative, designed to force course change. Captain does not take the bait, maintains course, reduces speed slightly to 12 knots, providing more reaction time if Iranians make mistake. For 40 minutes, this dance continues. Iranian boats cross and recross. Bainbridge holds steady, no weapons lock, no aggressive posture, professional, calm, persistent. Then Iranian boats break off. They return to flanking position around the tanker. Intelligence officer provides analysis. Iranians are protecting the tanker but don't want direct confrontation with U.S. destroyer. They demonstrated presence, showed capability, but stopped short of actual interference. This confirms what Bainbridge's captain suspected. The tanker is valuable enough to warrant Iranian naval escort. That means it's carrying sanctioned oil. For next 3 hours, Bainbridge maintains 4-mile trail. Cameras document every angle of the tanker. Radar logs precise course and speed. Signal intelligence collects any radio transmissions between tanker and Iranian shore facilities. At 1200 hours, P-8 Poseidon surveillance aircraft arrives overhead, diverted from patrol route to provide aerial photography. High-resolution imagery captures tanker from multiple angles. Sufficient evidence for State Department sanctions enforcement case. Mission accomplished, but tanker is now 47 minutes from Iranian territorial boundary. Captain faces final decision: continue shadow until last possible moment, maximizing intelligence collection but risking Iranian escalation at the boundary line, or break off now, maintaining buffer space and reducing confrontation risk? He chooses middle path. Bainbridge will maintain trail until tanker is 12 nautical miles from Iranian waters, then break east, exiting the situation without drama. At 12:47 hours, Bainbridge turns to course 090. The tanker continues toward Iran. Iranian patrol boats remain in escort. 3 hours later, satellite confirms tanker entered Bandar Abbas port. Crude oil offloaded through Iranian facilities. Sanctions violation confirmed. But the operation provided more than one tanker interdiction. Intelligence collected during those 5 hours revealed patterns: ship-to-ship transfer locations, crew rotation methods, communication protocols, Iranian naval response tactics. Fifth Fleet counter-sanctions operations use this data for next 2 years. 18 additional Shadow Fleet tankers identified, 7 intercepted before reaching Iranian waters. Hundreds of millions in sanctioned oil prevented from market. The Ghost tanker itself continues operations. 6 months later, same vessel spotted again. Different flag, different hull paint, same sanctions evading mission. This is the reality of naval enforcement operations. Not dramatic confrontations, not missile strikes. Quiet, patient, persistent shadowing, gathering evidence, building cases, applying pressure through documentation rather than destruction. USS Bainbridge and other Fifth Fleet assets conduct dozens of these operations yearly. Most never make news. Most end without shots fired. But each operation constrains Iranian oil revenue. Each successful shadow mission enforces international law. And each time Iranian Revolutionary Guard boats test boundaries, probe responses, measure U.S. Navy's patience. So far, patience holds. But in the Strait of Hormuz, where 1/3 of global seaborne oil transits through 21-mile-wide chokepoint, the margin for miscalculation is razor thin. One aggressive maneuver, one patrol boat captain who misjudges distance, one misinterpreted radio call. And shadow warfare becomes something far more kinetic.